Paper number 2, Science, Section D. Instructions are: answer any 5 questions from the question numbers 47 to 54 within the limit of 90 to 120 words as directed. Total, the section is of 20 marks, 4 marks each. Question number 47. Write the preparation of bleaching powder with chemical equations. Also write its uses. Answer. First of all, preparation of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is produced by the action of chlorine on dry slaked lime, that is CaOH twice, that is chlorine Cl2 plus, the equation is Cl2 plus CaOH twice gives CaOCl2 plus H2O, that is chlorine plus slaked lime, that is carbon hydroxide, gives bleaching powder plus water. The chemical formula of bleaching powder is CaOCl2. Its chemical name is calcium oxychloride. Now, uses of bleaching powder. Number 1, for bleaching cotton in textile industry. Number 2, for bleaching wood pulp in paper industries. Number 3, for disinfecting drinking water and making it free from germs. And number 4, as an oxidizing agent in many chemical industries. Question number 48. Compounds such as alcohols and glucose also contain hydrogen but are not categorized as acids. Describe an activity to prove it. Answer. First of all, aim. Alcohol and glucose contain hydrogen but their solution do not categorize as acids do. Apparatus: beaker, 6-volt battery cell, that is electric cell, bulb, switch, rubber cork, nail. Materials: alcohol, glucose, dilute HCl solution. Now here is the given diagram. Now description of experiment. Take alcohol in a clean beaker, put a rubber cork in the center of the beaker and insert 2 big nails on it. Arrange them so that 2 ends remain out of the surface of alcohol. Now connect 6-volt electric cell, that is battery, bulb and switch with nail and arrange the circuit as shown in the figure. Now turn the switch on. Observe whether the bulb glows or not. Note the observation. Now take glucose solution instead of alcohol in the beaker and perform the above activity. Note the observation. Now take dilute HCl instead of glucose solution and perform the above activity. Note the observation. Observation. Bulb does not glow for both alcohol and glucose solution, but bulb glows in the activity with dilute HCl solution. Conclusion. Alcohol and glucose contain hydrogen but do not show characters of an acid, and so they are not categorized as acids. Question number 49a. What are structural isomers? Draw the structural formula of butane. Answer. Compounds having the same molecular formula but different structural formula are known as structural isomers. Examples: structural isomers of butane, that is C4H10. Here 2 types of structural isomers of butane are given below. Question 49b. Explain the process of esterification with a chemical equation. Answer. Reaction of a carboxylic acid and an alcohol in the presence of a mineral acid, that is H2SO4 catalyst, forms ester and water. This reaction is called esterification reaction. Example: ethanoic acid reacts with ethanol in the presence of mineral acid, that is H2SO4 catalyst, to form ester, that is ethyl acetate, and water. The equation is given below, like CH3 C double bond O single bond OH plus HO CH2 CH3, that is ethanol, that is ethanoic acid, plus ethanol gives ethyl ethanoate, that is ester, plus water in the presence of mineral acid. Question number 50. What is excretion? Draw human excretory system and describe its structure. Answer. The biological process involved in the removal of harmful nitrogenous metabolic waste from the body is called excretion. Excretory system of human being. The excretory system of human being includes a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder, and a urethra. Number 1. Kidney. In human being, a pair of kidneys are located in the abdomen, one on either side of the backbone. Nephron is a basic filtration unit in the kidney. Each kidney has large number of nephrons packed closely together. Nephron is a long coiled tubular structure which begins with a cup-shaped end called Bowman's capsule and it end in collecting tubule. A cluster of very thin blood capillaries seen in the Bowman's capsule is called glomerulus. Urine is produced by filtering out nitrogenous waste products like urea, uric acid from the blood in the kidneys. Number 2. Ureter. a pair of long tubes which connects the kidneys with the urinary bladder. Urine produced in the kidneys pass to urinary bladder through ureter. Number 3. Urinary bladder. It is a muscular bag for storing urine. Urine is temporarily stored in it. Number 4. Urethra, a passage extending from urinary bladder and opening to outside of body. Urine is excreted through it. Also, the diagram of our excretion system is given here. Question number 51a. What is the role of dilute hydrochloric acid in our stomach? Answer. Number 1. Acid destroys the bacteria and other microorganisms that enter in the stomach along with the food. Number 2. It converts the inactive enzyme pepsinogen into active enzyme pepsin. Number 3. It provides acidic medium required for the action of pepsin. Pepsin can digest proteins present in food only in acidic medium. Number 4. Insoluble mineral salts get dissolved in acid. Question number 51b. Give 2 points of differences between blood and lymph. Number 1. Blood. It is red colored live fluid connective tissue. Number 1. In lymph. It is a colorless liquid connective tissue. Number 2. In blood. It contains liquid blood plasma and freely floating blood corpuscles. Number 2. In lymph. It contains a certain amount of blood plasma, proteins and some blood cells except red blood corpuscles. Number 3. It flows in the heart, arteries, veins and blood capillaries. Number 3. In lymph, it flows in the intercellular spaces, larger lymph capillaries and in lymph ducts. Question number 52. What is hypermetropia or farsightedness? State its causes. How can this defect be corrected? Show with a suitable diagram. Answer. Hypermetropia is also known as farsightedness. A person with hypermetropia can see distant objects clearly but cannot see nearby objects distinctly. That is clearly. The near point for the person is farther away from the normal near point, that is 25 cm. Such a person has to keep a reading material beyond 25 cm from the eye for comfortable reading. This is because the light rays from a close by object are focused at a point behind the retina as shown in the second figure. This defect arises either because number 1, the focal length of the eye lens is too long, or number 2, the eyeball has become too small. This defect can be corrected by using a convex lens of appropriate power. This is shown in the third figure. Eyeglasses with converging lenses provide the additional focusing power required for forming the image on the retina. Question number 53. What is solenoid? Discuss the characteristics of magnetic field generated from a current-carrying solenoid coil with figure. Answer. A coil of many circular turns of insulated copper wire wrapped closely in the shape of a cylinder is called a solenoid. When an electric current is passed through the solenoid, it produces a magnetic field through and around it. The pattern of magnetic field lines of the magnetic field through and around a current-carrying solenoid is shown in figure. The figure is given here. Characteristics of the magnetic field produced by a current-carrying solenoid are as follows. Magnetic field lines come out from North Pole and enter the South Pole from outside, while magnetic field lines inside come out from South Pole and are towards North Pole. Magnetic field lines are closer to each other at poles where the magnetic field is strong. Magnetic field lines do not intersect each other. If magnetic field lines are parallel and at equidistance from each other, then they show equal magnetic field. Question number 54a. State the tropic levels of a food chain. Answer. Food chains generally consist of only 3 or 4 steps. Each step or level of the food chain forms a tropic level. The producers are at the first tropic level. They absorb solar energy and convert it into chemical energy in the form of food through a process called photosynthesis. The consumers obtain energy, that is heterotrophs, from other organisms in form of food. The herbivores or primary consumers are at the second. Small carnivores or the secondary consumers are at the third, and the large carnivores or the tertiary consumers form the fourth tropic level. Question number 54b. What is biomagnification? State its effect on different levels of the ecosystem. Answer. Living organisms depend on each other for their food requirement and form a food chain. Through such food chain, energy and nutrients move to upper tropic levels sequentially. If any non-biodegradable substance enters in biotic factor of an ecosystem, its concentration progressively increases at higher tropic level. The uncontrolled use of pesticides and other chemicals increases the amount of these chemicals in the soil or water bodies. From soil or water, they enter in the body of plants and then in the bodies of herbivores and carnivores. As these chemicals are not degradable, they get accumulated progressively at each trophic level. This phenomenon is known as biological magnification. As human beings occupy the top level in any food chain, the maximum concentration of pesticides gets accumulated in human body.